Okay guys, so for the bank nifty strategy, we are going to use two indicators here. One is our supply and demand with the settings of A1 zones turned on, and then use the JFT bands. This is another indicator which will be provided to you, and it's a really good indicator guys. And once you get the access, you will realize its importance. Okay, so let me just quickly go through how you must trade bank nifty for this strategy. Okay, so basically what you have to do is just play around the zones, both the bands and the zones. Okay, so these bands are very powerful, and it always takes rejections, and whenever there is a breakdown from these bands or breakouts from these bands, you can expect a good move, okay, for bank nifty and nifty. So what you can do is turn on and use the 5 minutes time frame, and also turn on our supply and demand zones with A1 turned on. Okay, so what I'm going to do, I wait. Okay, for the entire day I wait. There has been no trade until there has been a breakdown. All right, so if you ask me if you can go long here, yes, but in the circumstances I would not go long, because there has been a huge rejection right from the morning, and also it tried 1 2 3 times, and the price was rejected multiple times, so I would not suggest you to go long over here. So what you can do is you can just wait for the breakdown to happen here, which happened, and this is where you take up the trade. Your entry should be here, okay, and your stop loss should be here. Your target should be, the first target would be our zones, and then again when our A1 zone is broken, you can take up the trade again, put the stop loss here, trail your stop loss. That is the best key. Okay, so for bank nifty I would ask you to scalp. That is the best way to make money. Okay, so 50 to 100 points is more than enough for you. So if you are able to book 50 points in the first trade, book it. Okay, and yeah, at least half the position, that would be great. Okay, and let's see for the next day. Okay, this has been going down and there has been no trade. So here you could take a trade, a small scalping trade. So as far as the bands are concerned, if you are willing to short, okay, if you are willing to short, you have to, you don't have to wait for the confirmation or all. You just go and short it when it touches the zone, either this band or the main line band. Okay, so this area, you can just go and short it, but I would not do it here in this case, because look at this. Right from the morning it has been trending. So here I'm not only using the indicators, I'm also considering other price action and basic candlestick patterns and other stuff, and that is why I'm making a judgment here. So right after the breakout of the bands I would consider to go long. Okay, so yeah, right after the zone it gave a profit of 200 points, and again there was a retest. You could enter again 200 points, and again it touched the bands and went up almost 220 points. Very simple, isn't it? Very easy to make money in bank nifty with these zones in play. Okay, so for the next day, let's see. Okay, right from the morning bank nifty has been falling, and what happened, it touched the zone and went up. Okay, risky aggressive people can take up a trade here. Okay, this trade, the moment it touched here, you could take up a trade, because right from the morning, although it has been falling, there has been a constant pressure, buying pressure. So there could be a small, at least a small retrace. So this retrace is where we are going to make money. Look at this. So do not try to catch the trend, guys, because in Bank Nifty and Nifty most of the time it is, in sideways trend or mildly trending. Only few days it will be trending really good. So if you are looking for capturing a huge points, it's not possible to make consistent money. It is better that you enter and exit at different points. That's it. Okay. So while you can enter here and exit here. Okay. So here what would be the amount of points? Here I'm getting 285. Let's consider we are getting just half of that. 125 point is more than enough for us, right? Here if you look at it, we are getting a confluence. It is taking a support in both the zones and the bands. So that is a good confirmation for us to go long. Okay. And once you are done with the first trade, if you are making money in the first trade, quit for the day and be happy with that. Okay. You do not have to trade for other times. All right. And yeah, there has been again an opportunity, a good opportunity here, over here, right? After the breakout, look at the move. Okay, so this is how you must trade. And look at the Bank Nifty for April 20th. Okay, what's happening here? It has been on the sideways trend and it took a support. This is a confluence trade. You can blindly go and take a long here with a stop loss up to here, because I'm willing to risk in this trade because most of the time it is going to work. And you can just go long here. And how much point? Every time you are getting 180 200 points, guys, but I would request you to book just 70 points, 80 points, 60 points, or even 50 points will be more than enough, right? And yeah, see, even during the scalp, see, if you are trying to book a huge, many points like 180 points, it will work during the trending days like this, right? Days like a sideways trend like this, you will not be able to make money. So scalping is the only way where you can make money on all markets. Okay, so if you are doing intraday, scalping is the best. And so this for this day there has been no trade for us. The entire day it was falling and then there was a reversal trade. I would not go long here because the target would be very minimal. The band is very close, isn't it? So I would not take up a trade here. And what happened the next day? It's today actually, I guess. Yes, it's today. And what happened today morning? It rised up and fell down, and then it broke the bands. So this is where you enter. And you can keep a target of 50 points or 60 points or 70 points. You can re-enter here. Again there was a good move, 240 points. Again there was a good move of 130 points, and then there was a break. Okay, what I meant to say is that even if you are hitting stop losses, that is completely fine. Let's say you have taken up a trade somewhere. Okay, you are taking up a trade here going long here, and your stop loss would be here, which would have hit, correct? This would be your entry and this would be your stop loss, but that is fine. You are making money on 3 trades, correct? 3 trades you are making money, and 1 trade you are losing money. And again we got a chance here. If you look at it, it is very easy to make money. And then if you see the zones, there was a huge rejection from the zones, and this move itself is more than 150 points. Okay, so this is how you trade. If you backtest it, if you just spend some time backtesting it, you will get it. And you can also see, also a good tip would be, whenever there is a breakout from the bands, and you will notice that there would be no wick. These are very strong candles in Bank Nifty. Whenever you see a good candle with no wick, those are very strong. And your first trade could be one, go long here, the target up to the zones. Okay, so the profit here is 390 points in one trade, and then you can go again a good trade after the zone is broken. Look at this, 600 points. That is how you trade, guys, and you don't have to trade again, right? So although it has given again a good trade, the point here is that if you are entry is very important. Okay, you should always take the entry closer to the bands. Okay, don't go long here after the breakout when there is a huge difference between your entry and the bands. If you are taking trades based on the bands, take it very nearer to the bands and keep the stop, because the stop loss would be near, your risk would be minimal. If you take an entry here, your risk would be here, this much of risk, correct? Huge risk will be there. So always take trades very closely to the bands and very closely to the zones. Okay, so as you can see here, it just behaves really good, and you can make good money out of the zones and the bands for the bank nifty and nifty. So that would be all, and you can apply the same for nifty as well. There is no major difference in strategy for nifty and bank nifty. We are not going to look at the OI data, guys, because I feel that OI can be manipulated, because 900%, I mean, almost every retailers look at the OI data, and yeah, there are people who makes money only based on OI data. I'm not saying it's not possible to make money. I just feel that it can be manipulated easily because everyone sees it, and also the institutes know that the retailers are looking at the OI data. That is a bigger so we are going to rely only on the zones and the bands, which is more than enough. Also, please make sure to consider the candlestick patterns. Only if you are good at candlestick patterns, these indicators will help you. Always keep in mind that price action is the king, and these indicators are not, let's consider 100%, 50 to 60% goes to candlesticks and price action. These indicators will help you with 30%. Okay, this is not the main strategy. So price action and these bands will help you. Okay, so okay, that would be all for the bank nifty and nifty strategy. It is very easy to make money, so please make sure to make the best use of these indicators, and if you have any doubts, let me know in the comments.